Welcome again, everyone. Thanks for joining. We are here for another reading session. And as I stated in the last class, I am going to be taking at least 5 students each session for our reading classes. All right. So I'm not sure what's happening today, but Serena is here with me today. Hi, Serena. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Okay, awesome. All right. So we are going to get started. So let's get into today's lesson. Now, last week, don't know if you were able to watch the video from last week, but we went through the vowel consonant blends, okay? The short vowel consonant blends. In today's class, we are going to be looking at the consonant first and then the vowel. I'm going to be sharing my screen so you will get a chance to look at the screen to see what it is I'm talking about. And for those who are going to be joining and viewing on YouTube, there will be a video link posted where you will be able to watch a video that has the same content. All right, so let me try that again. All right, so this is the page based on what we did last week, but in today's class, we are going to be looking at the consonant blend. So just as a reminder, I'm going to go through a few of these, and then we get to the second section where I'm going to be asking Serena if she wants to go ahead and do these blends for us. All right, so let's go. A, b, ab. A,
Ak.
ak. All right, not your turn yet, Serena. I'll tell you when to do yours, okay? A, b, ab. A, ak. A, d, ad. A, af. A, g, ag. A, j, aj. A, ak. A, al. A, am. Okay, so that's what we did last week. I'm not going to go through everything because, of course, there was a lesson posted. Last week's lesson was posted, so you guys can go back, watch that video, and catch up with where we are now. As I always tell my students, we are doing this in sequence. So if you're just joining this class, then you can always go back to see the previous lesson and what was done. So in today's class, we are going to be moving on to we're still on blends, but now we're going to be looking at the blends with the consonant first. And I'm going to ask Serena if she wants to go ahead and do these for us. Are you able to see the screen clearly, Serena?
I can only see up to B to L.
All right, that's what's on the screen. So go ahead, just like what you heard me do just now, right? B, a, ba. Okay, so I want you to go through the blends with the short A sound first. Remember these blends, it will be the short vowel sound that we're going to be using. So go ahead, let me hear what you're able to do. And for those who are joining us, remember guys that there's a link posted on the previous video that will allow you to join via Zoom to be able to participate in the class. Okay, the first 5 students will be allowed. I had some technical difficulties earlier, so we are just getting started. All right, so go ahead, Serena.
B, A, ba, C.
I want the sound. So B, what's the sound for letter B? B says what?
B.
So I need the sounds, okay?
B,
Go ahead.
A, ba. A, ta, d, a, da, s, a, sa, g, a, ga, h, a, ha, j, a, ja, a, ta, a, la.
All right, awesome. All right, so let me see what else is on the page. I think there's one more. All right, so the M is there. Let me hear the M.
Ma.
All right, do you remember the short sound for E? What's the short sound for E? He says. All right, so let me hear you do these blends.
B, B, K, D, D, F, G, G, H, H, J, J, K, 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 K,
Oh, hold on. Let me hear those sounds again.
K, K,
Okay.
U, L.
All right. So are you able to say them without doing the sounds first, like to say be? All right. So I noticed you hesitated a little bit when we got to the C and the E. Because remember that C will make the soft sound, and not many students will know that rule yet, that when you have C being followed by E, I, or Y, it will make the soft sound. So se, okay, for that one. But most students don't know that rule as yet. We're not yet there in our reading lessons. So if a student, all right, for those who might be watching, teachers and parents, if a student says at this point, I'm not necessarily correcting them because they have not yet learned the rule that tells you that C makes that soft sound when it's followed by E, I, or Y. Okay, so we're just putting together sounds, learning how to blend two sounds together. That's what we're doing in this lesson. So Serena, can you read the be, se, de? Can you read it in that way without doing the individual sounds first? Go ahead. All right, so you're having some things your mic was muted. You could have said what you wanted to say. I know this is live, so mute your mic and say what you have to say. If somebody's in the background, let them know you're having class.
B, B,
Just do the be, se, de. That's what I want to hear.
B, C, D.
Continue all the way to the end. Mm-hmm.
J, H, J, K, L.
All right, so I'm hearing you say A, like you give me that A sound. I want to hear the E sound. Pe, se, de, fe, ge, he, je, he, le. Can you do it like that?
B, C, D, F, G, H, J, J, K, L.
All right. All right, that's good. So you need a little bit of a reminder with these sounds, right? So let's go to the I. I, what's the short sound for I? I says?
E.
All right, so let me hear you do these. Remember that the C makes that soft sound when it's followed by E, I, or Y. But of course, like I'm reminding my students, if they give me the other sound for C right now, I'm not going to say no. But as we go along in our lessons, they're going to be learning when's the correct thing to say for that. But because I've not yet introduced the rules, we will just do as we can until then. So go ahead with the I. Short I says E. Let me hear those blends.
Five, five,
Short sound. You just told me the short sound. What's the short sound again for I? Short sound for I says?
B,
The
E.
short sound for I says E. All right. Okay, let's go. Let me hear it now.
B, C, de, fe, ge, he, je, ke, le.
All right, awesome. All right, so just a second here. I have another student here. I don't know if he wants to be online on camera, but I'm going to have him read the O blends. O says what, Joshua?
O.
All right, so you have to be loud so they can hear. Serena, could you hear Joshua just now?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to do it. Come around this side. I don't want to put you on camera because you're not ready for that. Maybe next time you can do that. But let me hear you read the. Okay, we're going to do this one. All right, let's hear it. Loud so they can hear you online.
Bo,
Louder.
bo, so, do.
All right, so the C will make that hard sound. Remember, it's only when it's followed by E, I, or Y that it makes that soft sound. Okay, so it's going to say K. All right, let me hear yours.
Bo,
Louder.
bo, ho, do, fo, go, ho, jo, ko,
All right,
lo.
very good. Serena, could you hear him? Could you hear him, Serena?
Yes.
Okay, because I want to make sure that my viewers are able to hear him as well. Okay, so Serena said she was able to hear you, so perfect. All right, so B-O, let me just do it just as a reminder in case some of you might say that you did not hear Joshua. All right, so it's ba, ha, da, fa, ga, ha, ja, ha, la, and the last one, ma. All right, and back to you, Serena. You get to do the U. U says what?
Oh.
Okay, so let me hear you do these blends using that sound. Okay, that's the short sound for you. Let's hear those blends.
Ba, ka, da, fa, ga, ha, ja, ka, la.
All right, and the last one says what?
Ma.
MU says what?
Ma.
All right, very good. So we're gonna go quickly now. We have another set to do because we're trying to practice with all the consonants. So Joshua, you're gonna start with the first one, and Joshua, you're gonna be loud this time, because they have to be able to hear you. Okay, so we're still doing the blend. So Serena, you're going to do the E, short E. Joshua is going to do short E that says ah. So Joshua, you're gonna be loud so they can hear you. I'm not putting you on camera. All right, he's here for classes, but I'm not putting him on camera just yet. But let's hear Joshua. Go ahead, Joshua. Louder.
Ba.
No, okay, no. Remember, it's this one. N-A, right? Ready? Go ahead.
Na, pa, ra, sa, ta, va, wa, ya, za.
Awesome. All right, perfect. How about you, Serena? You have E. E says eh. Let's hear them quickly.
Ne, pe, ve, se, te, ve, ve, ye, ze.
All right, awesome. Joshua, back to you. I says what? Short I says E. Okay, let me hear them quickly.
Ni,
Louder. Remember, you have to be loud.
ni, pi, ri, si, ti, vi, wi, wi, zi.
All right, so Joshua said it perfectly, but it was a little bit low. And I don't know if you guys can hear him, so I'm going to repeat what he said. Ni, pi, ri, si, ti, vi, wi, yi, zi. All right, Serena, you get O. Let's go. Short O says ah. All right, let's go.
Da, pa, ra, sa, ta, va, wa, ya, za.
All right, and the last one. Joshua, you want to go do the last one? All right, so what's you? You says?
Oh.
Oh, all right, so let's hear the you.
No, po, ra, sa, ta, va, wa, ya, za.
All right, again, I'm just going to repeat just in case you did not hear Joshua. No, po, ro, so, to, vo, wo, yo, Zo. All right. So I'm going to be asking Joshua and Serena, since you guys are the only ones joining me today online. But guys, those who are listening in, remember you can use the link. I'm going to post it again in the description. You can join me. I'm just going to take 5 students. So the first 5 students to join, then you get a chance to come and do like Serena and Joshua, you know, be able to do your sounds here if you're doing it correctly, okay? So, all right. So I want Joshua now, since we have been doing the consonant vowel blends, right? Now, all right. So I'm going to ask you guys, can you guys, both of you, can you think of a word that has the ba sound at the beginning? What word can you think of that has the ba sound at the beginning?
Ball.
All right. All that actually says all. Can you think of a word that says ah?
Bat.
Bat. All right. So Joshua said bat. Can you think of a word that has the bat sound? Maybe something you take to
Bath.
Okay, very good. How about a word that has the we? We. What has the we sound at the beginning?
West.
Somebody said west and somebody says wet, and you are both correct. Those two words have the we sound at the beginning. All right, let's try another one. Can you think of a word that has the, let me see now, that has the, let me see, a hard one this time. All right. How about a word that has the Z sound at the beginning? Z.
Zab.
Z. Remember, it has to have that Z, E. Any word with the Z, E, Z?
Zip.
Zip. Okay, so like a zipper. All right, that one is not so easy. All right, and for those who have those little pimples and things on your face, what do they call those things, Serena? You have a what on your face? That has the zip sound. You don't know. You're too young for that. It's called a zit, right? And they have those pimples on their faces. Okay. All right. One last one. One last one. Let's go with paw. P-O. P-O says paw. Who can give me a word that would begin with that blend? Paw.
Pop.
Paw. Very good, Serena.
Pond.
Huh?
Pond.
All right. So, and Joshua said pond. Okay. So you are both correct. And that's what we have to do. When we have learned our blends, we are going to be using these blends to make words. We're going to simply be adding other letters to these blends. And sometimes these blends may not necessarily come at the beginning of a word, but they are certainly going to be part of different words that we're going to read. So all the boys and girls and anybody else who needs a reading lesson, because it's not just boys and girls who learn how to read, adults too are learning how to read. So if you know adults who might be able to participate in these lessons, then I'm going to have you invite them to join us in our classes. They might not necessarily want to come on the Zoom link, but of course they can always listen in on YouTube. And please remember to share this link with your friend and have them join us, have them listen in. And thank you, Serena, for joining me today. Thank you, Joshua, for joining me today. And I hopefully, Serena, I see you next week. You'll be able to join again. Do you think so?
Yeah.
All right. So that's it for today, guys. I will see you next week when we will do another lesson. As I said, this lesson will be posted, and I'll also post a video that will give you the chance to listen to just the blends for yourself and make sure you learn them well, so that when we get to next week's class, you guys will be ready to put those blends to work with other letters to make words. All right, so take care, guys, and I will see you next week.